I used to tell people that morals and values are also inheritances. I say it a lot. I would tell people my dad didn't leave cars for us, didn't leave houses for us, but he left a lot of values and morals. So it's that, okay, I'm a role model to people and I have to live my life this way so that these people will not make mistake. That is the point. So the point is, do adults actually know that people are looking up to them as role models? Everyone will not come and approach you. When you think that, okay, I'm not just living my life, I'm not just on social media to do my thing and all of that, people are actually following me and they are following me to become like me.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to another interesting episode of VitalSpace podcast. You know how we do it here, and it's always value upon value. And today will not be short of that. I have my sister here with me. That she's in many ways, many things, but she's here as Aunty Ola. Always Aunty Ola. Always Aunty Ola. The brand, the name, the person, Aunty Ola. You're welcome.
Thank you.
We know, like I said, there are many things we have said, but yes. Aunty Ola captures everything.
And I prefer Aunty Ola.
Yeah. Okay, so you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's great to have you. Today we'll be talking on role models, the impact, the importance of role models on relationships. So we'll cut across a lot of relationships. First of all, the interpersonal, and we'll maybe touch a bit of the whole romantic and as they go. But we want to see the role and if there are pitfalls and things that we could probably avoid while going there. But before we start, I would want us to do a little game. Let's start with a little game.
Okay.
So I'll ask a question. So it's just a question. I have 5 here. So I'll ask you to pick one, and I'll ask that one.
Okay.
1 to 5.
3.
Oh, question number 3. Okay, beautiful. I like this one. So in the Bible, we know that there are laws, and God talked about people not breaking the laws. And when you look through the Bible, you see that from time to time, people broke the laws.
Yes.
So now, who is the most flagrant lawbreaker? The person that broke all of the laws, the number one person that broke all the most flagrant lawbreaker in the Bible?
Wow. I've not thought of the person, but let me think. Judas.
Oh. Okay. No, my answer here is Moses.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
yes.
Okay.
He broke all the 10 commandments at once.
Yes. I get that.
So he broke all of them at once. Oh, that's good. Welcome. It's good to. So, is it important to have role models?
Okay, thank you for having me again. I would say it is important, but is for whoever is looking at or wanting to have a role model, the person should check his purpose, his reasons, intent, motives. In as much as it is good to have, why do you want a role model? So if you don't have that answer or those answers inside of you, you may miss the purpose of having a role model. So having a role model is good, but what is your motive, first and foremost, for having a role model? Okay.
Apart from the motive, in life, we don't know it all. We're all in a journey, and there are persons that have gone ahead of us. And in the paths that we want to take, in the journey we want to, there are people that we may see, we may not even have personal contact with them, but we just see them, maybe we like what they've done or how they are acting in a particular way, and it represents most times the desires we have.
Okay.
So I think most times that's where that whole role model. Yeah, so as against checking it about our motive, but it looks like somehow because of the way life is, there must be people you just
yes. Now I want to differentiate between admiring someone.
Okay.
Yes, admiring someone and having a role model. You can admire somebody and the person is not a role model. So if we say yes, I will explain. If you say every person you admire is your role model, so you can admire. I don't know if you understand. So you can admire someone and the person may not be your role model. You can also not like go headlong about this person, but because of, like you said, specific purposes and reason, you will want the person to be your role model on the particular area. So the point is, like I said, what is your motive? I want to grow in this area, and this person is doing that thing that I want to become. So let me just align with this person to become.
Okay. They say there's a saying that charity begins at home. So it seems we have gone out first. So let's come back home. So in our home, in the family, parents seem to be like the first set of persons the children encounter.
Yes.
So can parents be role models?
Yes. Parents can be role models. Now, if you ask every young person, they will tell you, most of them anyway, the first role model they will call is my mom, my dad. Then as they grow, it will get to a point where it will change.
Okay.
But parents can be role models aside being parents. What I mean is, aside being parents, like my daughter Tokoni will tell me, Mommy, I want to learn parenting from you.
Oh, that's yes, awesome.
That you want to learn parenting from me. I'm like, you should try other people. And I say, no, I have seen them, but I want to learn parenting from. So we can actually be, as parents, we can actually be our children role models. They can look up to us. Now, it's because of what you have given. And they going out, seeing others, like I said, my daughter, seeing others, they now start like, okay, my house, this thing is like this thing is like this. I think I should learn those things. I used to tell people that morals and values are also inheritances.
Awesome.
I say it a lot. I would tell people my dad didn't leave cars for us, didn't leave houses for us, but he left a lot of values and morals. So in as much as we as parents build these things, we should know that morals and values are also transgenerational. So it's like me passing on what I learned from my parents to my children. They also will. For going to say that simply means, I want to teach my children these things I've learned at home. So we can actually be role models. Parents can be role models.
So I will go back from something you said in the last thing, that morals and values are inheritance, and that for me is beautiful, is strong, because in the days where it seemed that, what's your father's will? What's in the will? No father writes values.
No values.
no father. You will not open the will and see. You will not open the will and see.
We don't even have. I was telling my children, we don't even have family constitution stated. That is, this is a family constitution stated. The kids growing up and seeing it, that is saying it, they read it. This is my family constitution. We don't have. So we don't have it. So we just assume, my child should know now. You should know that you will not do this. That is it written anywhere?
Or even if it's not written.
Even if it's not written,
is it taught?
Is it taught? No, now we teach it and leave it at times. But when it is written and you err, you will come back to know that I grew up and saw this stated in my family constitution. I am not supposed to do this. It's not wrong.
No,
you're not tying anybody down.
Yeah.
You just, this value and moral things we are talking about. The point is, you have stated this thing and you have documented it. That is what it is. Yeah. Not that they are wrong. So all those beautiful things you have, you're teaching, let's document them. That's what you are saying.
So it becomes a
tradition.
So it becomes a tradition, and it becomes a document for future reference.
Yes.
That beyond the immediate children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren.
Yes, that was what I said, transgenerational.
It becomes something that
people are passing from one generation to the other.
That's awesome.
Yes.
The thing is, like it's another thing you said, where I think in parenting, there is a lot of assumption.
Yes. Yes, we are not documenting them. We are just assuming and saying and just do
my
it.
child should know.
To know. So when I you now flog.
My child should know.
Discipline, punish.
And some you've not even.
You have not told me.
You've not been told. Oh, but by your age, should you not?
Oh God.
Oh, I think that this is important. I want to stay there because I think this is important because there must be a shift in what people prioritize.
Yes, I agree.
In what people prioritize. I know that the parts in now talking about a scripture comes to mind where the Bible talks about houses and properties that are being from the father, but even talked of a prudent wife being from God.
Yes.
So you see that prudence is a quality.
Yes.
Being prudent is a quality.
It's a quality. Yes.
And that quality of a person comes from
God.
Comes from God. Now, for me, but it's the value attached to that person. That
Yes.
So if the father can give you, even those times where they even used to just marry people, they don't even know themselves, they just pick a wife for you, pick a spouse for you. But quality, value is important. So that shifts. Oh, everybody's clamoring. Everybody wants more properties. Everybody wants houses, landed properties, more money in their account.
Yes,
and
all of that.
But what are you, if that's the only inheritance that parents are passing to their children? I think they are setting up their children for failure.
Yes, I told my son about that. Hey, see, you will not say things to start sharing and start setting confusion among yourselves. You will share books. You argue about the books, the ones I want, the ones I don't want. It's the books. And even if I left yesterday, I was telling them at home that, hi God, people are just wasting money. When I see some landed properties, some buildings that, they are just there. People are just wasting money. So I was telling them, anytime, I would rather invest in human. I was telling them about this morning. I was telling them, we invest in human beings. I will send people to school. I'm not sending them to school because they will come back to tell me thank you. But let them understand what value is. Now, these things sometimes we invest in.
Yeah.
They depreciate.
Yeah.
But when you invest, when you place value on let me use human being, because we are all, whatever God wants to express is through human being, not through our houses.
Yeah.
Not through those buildings, not through our houses. So God expresses himself through human beings. So that thing, we should be able to put it in people and let people see, oh, this thing is like this. So when we have it in mind that values are supposed to be taught,
yeah,
then we also now have to do follow up. So when you come to me and you tell me you want me to mentor you, I'll be looking at you. I'll be looking at you like, are you ready? Are you ready? Because there are some things I will tell you that you may not like because you are coming from somewhere else. You may not like it. But we have also met people that, irrespective of where they came from, they are adjusted and they are learning.
Oh, that's beautiful. So we live in a tech age where tech is everything. Where tech is everything.
Everything.
So do you think that when it comes to role models now, whether at home or outside, that technology and especially with the social media has affected or has a role to play on how young people now pick role models?
This question you asked now, if what I said earlier, motive. So like we said, while we were gisting before we started, we said something about your face not being there.
Yeah.
Do you know that for young people, they'll prefer somebody that the face is there, that this person's face is there. So I'm seeing this person on social media every now and then. So let me go for this person. This is what I want. So what is the motive of wanting this person? Now, talking about this, we can have very organized people that their faces are not there.
Yeah.
They don't believe that I must be there to be able to reach out to people. So we'll say tech age, that is everything, social media is everything. It has influenced young people picking role models because they go for what they want. And now the point is, what do they even want? Do they even know what they want? Do you know this person's real life? That is normal life aside the tech life.
Apart from what is online.
Yes.
Apart from what they show.
Exactly. Apart from what they show, what you see, do you actually know? So people come up on social media and write and say a lot of things. That they are not.
Version.
Yes, exactly. That they are not. So is it the edited version of the person that you're looking at for?
Yeah.
Or the real person?
And in this day and time where everything is up there, people just point, and with the whole marketing, with the way a lot of these things, it just looks like everything is there. That's what.
That's I can get
them. If you're not like this, you're not. Because I think that also it puts where I'm getting to. I'll get there, but the fact that if what people put there, this is how you should be, this is how you should dress, this is how you should. So it seems like everybody wants to be like that, because if you're not like that, you're not accepted. And I don't know.
You're not accepted by who?
No, that's the thing.
By the society.
Yes, there seems to be an unwritten code.
Nobody said it so.
Yeah,
so you just know that.
So you see it in adverts. This is how ladies should
carry themselves.
This is how ladies should dress. This is the raining dress. This is the raining. So even with guys, so somehow a lot of persons have modeled, in quotes, what the successful life is. What the have you not noticed how everybody now, before, if you used to do workouts, it was your private affair.
Yes, I understand.
Now everybody, all the workout sessions,
they'll bring it online.
So you see a lot of other young persons now wanting to work out, but most of the thing is that if you're going to work out and you don't have a camera on you, you're not working out. Is that not also part of, now working out is good?
So I must carry a camera to show.
No, I'm just showing how some of those things now have shaped. That's the part of role modeling now.
No, the point is, people actually do not understand when we talk about we modeling for others to follow. I am actually not. I will not say I am this person. I grew to become this person that people are looking up to.
Yeah.
I also have people I looked up to, or I am looking up to, even now. So there are a lot of things a role model, if you know, a role model will not do, because you already know that people are looking up to you. For some of us, we know it. For some of us, we know it without saying it. We know it. Some have come, told us, asked us to be mentors, and like, you're my role model from afar. They've texted and all of that. This, we are talking about role modeling, it's the younger. Sometimes, okay, role modeling also have to do with peers.
Yeah.
But that one is kind of limited.
Yeah.
Because people look up to older people most times.
Yeah.
You will see, they look up to their parents, look up to their teachers as role models, look up to that thing that they want to become in life, that profession they want to go into, they look up
the success
of that person, they look up to all of those things. They look up to their peers.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Now, there is nothing wrong with role modeling. It is correct, it is beautiful, it is fine to look up to somebody to become that thing. Or somebody have walked that path I want to take. Let me follow. Again, I will say the point is, what do you want to get? So, if as an adult, and I know I'm modeling for people, whether I like it or not, now we are living like that, whether I like it or not, I accept it or not, I am modeling for people. So people are looking at me. This thing is even bad. I would say negative and positive. So even that is negative one that people also, these social media modeling things and all of that, people also copy negative things from there. So now I already know. So for me to, I would say accept it's that, okay, I'm a role model to people and I have to live my life this way so that these people will not make mistake. That is the point. So the point is, do adults actually know that people are looking up to them as role model? Everyone will not come and approach you.
Yeah.
So in your subconscious, when you think that, okay, I'm not just living my life, I'm not just on social media to do my thing and all of that, people are actually following me, and they are following me to become like me. Am I making errors? Am I making mistakes? There is something I used to tell my Bible school students. I am so afraid to come back to say something I thought, to correct something I thought. Like that thing I thought 10 years ago. Please, don't do it. I made a mistake.
Wow.
So I'm so much afraid about that. So we should, adults, role models, people should just know that people are looking up to me, people are following me. All those likes and comments, they are following you. Not just to make you whatever, but they are actually following you.
So it calls now one on two things I'm thinking from there is responsibility.
Yes.
A call to responsibility.
A call to responsibility, yes.
On everyone.
Everyone. Including young people. Because like we said, you can be your peers' role model. You can. So they will look at the way you're doing this. I like it. I don't know that. I don't want to say something like that. The way you're doing things, So you're also modeling for your peers.
Then the other one, like we talked of motive and all, it's process.
Okay.
Process. Because how did I get here? So we've talked of responsibility, but people must begin to understand that whoever you admire or the role model you want, there's a process.
Yes, at the process. So okay, thank God I mentioned it because I wanted to say something about that.
So people should be more concerned, and that's why I'm tying to that when we talked about values, morals and values being inheritance.
Yes.
Beyond even home, it's beautiful because it starts at home. But if you grew up in a home where these things are, the home is and the family is big on values, that's what you bring out.
Yes. You bring it out anywhere.
Yeah, that's what you bring
everywhere.
out. Everywhere.
People will just take note. They will just pick it. Okay, they will take note of it. This person is like this person, like this person is connected. So
for people, the process, I think young persons should be more concerned about asking, how did she get here?
Yes.
How did he get to where
he
is? What do you think?
Yes, I agree with you. Now, I tell people, don't go for people's glory, go for the story. Once you go for the story, it helps you to understand the glory. So if you don't ask questions, you just see this person, you admire the person, you want to be like the person. How did this person get here? Now, there are even some things that if the person have to tell you, you will say, wow. In short, it will even bring respect. It will bring respect and also now help you to start patterning your own. Okay, this person went through this thing. Nobody is saying you must go through that thing I went through. But the point is, for me to get to where I am now, that you value and respect and want to be like, I came from somewhere. Something happened to me. So, like I always tell my students too, so you want to be Aunty Ola? You want to be Aunty Ola? I'm not saying the tough things that have happened will happen to you, but there are things that happened that made me this person. So let's talk about those things. So you ask questions. How did you handle this? I have one girl. I just met her once physically, but she's in Lagos. She will ask everything. How did you manage this? She's young, not married yet. What did you do about when this one happened? How did you do? How did you react? So you telling somebody that is looking up to you all these things, when the person is faced with challenges, the person will now know, oh, Aunty Ola told me like this. So this is how she reacted. I mean, you may not react like me, but that will add to how you should react and help you to react positively. You become, So the point is, people's stories are important. Don't pick their glory alone. That is the process. Yes, that is the process.
Yeah.
Don't pick their glory alone. Go for the story.
Now, that's beautiful. But we know that there are persons that maybe where they are in their successful stage, practices that are not legal, are not. There are a lot of shortcuts. There are a lot of things they do because you see them. They all come out, and I tell people most times when you see some persons and you ask, "How did you get here?" You just say, now God,
not
God.
true.
God.
We're not saying it's not God, but how? Say the how. How is important.
How is important, and
so when you say now God, you start explaining how God helps you.
And that's why process is important.
Yes,
and because I think that when we begin to value process,
it will help.
It will help people begin to check themselves and check the thing, because how did you just skip from here and all of a sudden you're here? How? So I think process is important, and most persons are not willing to share because the process it's not correct.
It's somehow. Look, I believe in process. I say it a lot. I will say, if you cut the tail of a tadpole, you will not see the legs.
Yeah.
You have killed the process. Like the tadpole will grow to become the toad or the frog.
Yeah.
But when you cut the tail, you know tadpole now.
Yeah,
just be swimming with the tail. Once you cut the tail of the tadpole, you won't get the legs. So what it simply means is you have killed the process. You may be thinking that you are there, but you will not go far. It will get to a point where it will now be obvious that you actually didn't come from somewhere. You just got here. So nothing brought you here. When people grow, there is something about growth. Even our plants, like I'm talking about the tadpole, it's a process until it finally becomes the toad or the frog. So when you say you don't want to go through that process, you will not see the function, the whole, the completeness of that thing. You won't get it. So when you break ranks, you won't have stories to tell. When you break ranks, you won't be able to explain to the person how. You will just say, now God, you won't be able to tell people how God held your hand from one level to the other.
And I think that when there's a culture of getting there by any means,
not a good culture.
When people celebrate results more than process, it creates a problem.
The point is, what's the result? What are we calling result? It just happened.
Now.
That is the result.
That's the result. So the person is
it just happened.
The person has this. The person now has this car. The person is there.
Just
the person
like that.
All of a sudden the family is made. All of a sudden the family made. All of a sudden the guy has a husband. The girl has a husband.
Just like that. That is the result. Okay, but we sincerely advise everybody, go for process. See, it lasts. It gives you peace.
But it takes time. It takes time.
See, when you become it, people respect you more. See, even the people that are applauding these results, people, they know that process is more valuable. I'm telling you. We are applauding results, but I'm telling you that they know the truth. That process keeps this thing.
Process is what keeps it.
Yes.
Process is what makes it last. Process is what makes it.
Process gives you the honor.
Yeah, and in these days where they even talk of sustainability, the word around sustainability and all that, sustainability is in the process.
Yes, I agree.
Sustainability is in the process. You can only sustain something
when you
understand how it came about.
Oh, I just remember I saw one clip somewhere how he was explaining how he got his car. Somebody asked him and all of that. I think I saw something like that. So he was able to explain, oh, have you failed before? Yes. I have failed twice. This thing didn't work for me. You don't want to hear those things. You won't be able to sustain that thing that you have that is the result. Since you don't want to hear the process.
And I think that's where if these right people with these stories don't come out and share, it becomes a problem for our young ones.
Hey, if they don't come out now, I will advise that the young ones should go for them.
No, the thing is, you know, like I said earlier, we have that problem where
they're already on this side.
Flashy.
They're already on that side.
This person is not celebrity.
Oh God! It cuts to them.
No, we are looking at because we are dealing with young persons, and we are looking at where the thing is. There's this celebrity culture. There's this. I want to. You know how people just speak because the person sounds nice, looks nice. The person is mentor.
Yes, I know. I understand.
So there's this jumping on. So people don't want to stay. So all of a sudden you should know now where everybody, it even happens around our circle, where because the person seems to have a bit of clout, my daddy, my mommy, so everybody's now daddy, everybody's now mommy, everybody's now, so you now have the 20 daddies, 20 most of those things is because, for me, most of these are young ones want to cut short process, just want to climb the shoulder of this person and get.
There is nothing wrong to climb the shoulders. Nothing. We are mentoring young people now. Yeah. That is nothing wrong. But the point is, in as much as you want to be on my shoulders, I will teach you. I will encourage you to learn.
What? Yeah. So, which is will bring on most of our young persons now, with the influence of bad things, don't want to learn because it takes time,
and it's actually a problem.
Yes.
We don't know what to tell you, the young ones, but I will also encourage you that you should be patient. It's a virtue. You don't want to hear that it's a virtue. You don't want to hear that patience is a virtue, but it's a virtue. Yes, be patient.
In this generation, we say, who you help?
It help. I'm telling us, if they help, you will be so proud. Tomorrow, you'll be so proud. The point is, you will get to the place where you have to give out to. There is another generation coming after you. There are other young people that will come. So when you say we help, when they come now, you won't be able to help. You'll be able to help them. Please work with us and learn. Be patient with the process and become it. I know you will become it. That is the point. I know you will become it.
And you see that most times, even with I'll just digress a bit. You see that even happen because in the space I play around the business space and SMEs, where people see certain captains of the industry, certain billionaires in their field, business persons, and you want to become them overnight.
Just like that.
You want to have that level of money, you want to have that level of influence overnight. How did they get there? They didn't wake up.
They didn't wake up
and be.
Is it become?
Yeah, because
they didn't wake up and they are there.
And they are there, and some of them are still on that journey.
Now, do you know that anyone that did not just become, don't stop until they leave? I tell people,
because they understand that it's an ongoing journey.
Profession, name it. There is none of them that will just stop. It's a process. They know until they leave. If we start mentioning our fathers and our mothers, you will be surprised. They are still on that thing that you think they have arrived. You calling them that they have arrived, they are still on that thing.
Yeah.
So the point is, they started somewhere.
Because it's a journey. They're trying to be something sustainable.
It's a journey. They will keep building until they will leave. Then you just want to come and become that thing overnight and think that you can sustain it until you leave. Go ask Christians. Does not work like that on a serious note.
Okay, so let's play beats to the romantic side. When it gets to people, young ones seeking romantic partners and all that, building a romantic life that primarily lead to marriage, and even in marriage itself, young marriages, what is the importance? So let's just dive of role models in that same part.
Young couples, people that want to
Yeah, young
we want
person.
to become
Yeah,
and all of that.
yeah. Before we even get to young, so young person, this young, the young guy, the young lady, the hormones are all raging. The importance of role model, also having role models in that, is there any need, or you just follow where the heart leads?
Follow where the heart leads. Now the point is, I will tell young people that with all the butterflies and all the, like you say, hormones, all the things that are burning, you want to follow. Butterflies will get to a point where you will not be expressing butterflies again. So as you're expressing butterflies now, let your head, your brain also tell you that there are other things around butterfly. On a serious note, there are other things around the butterfly. Now, I tell every young person that wants to go into a relationship that will lead to marriage, check the visions, purpose. What is this person's purpose? Now, we know that purpose is not static.
Yeah.
It's dynamic as you're moving. But let's know this one first. Let me know something first. Oh, this is what I have. This is what I have in my head. This is what I think I would do. This talk, guy, talk, babe, talk. So let's hear. So at that place, you will now know. At that point, you start asking questions. Who is this person looking up to? Now the role model thing. Yeah. So if you have a vision, you have a purpose, it will now align with, okay, or link you to the people you look up to. Then me, that is maybe the babe that's looking at you. In my head, I may not have. Let me put it that way, and start giving you, what is that? Start giving you that attitude. I should know now that this person is not on the same lane with me. Then vice versa. This thing I just said is vice versa. So the point is, you have a purpose, you have a vision, you have something you are looking up to, and because you have something you're looking up to, whether you like it or not, there are people that have walked that path. So other people are looking up to, in cause of the butterflies and all of those things. When you discuss, you know this person is looking up to this person for this thing. Again, you know, modeling. Sometimes there are specific people we pick as role models based on specific things. Yeah. So for young people, you can actually, some persons go for, oh, this person's marriage is like this. Let me just look up to this person for my marriage. This person's business is like this. So they start having A, having B, having C. I don't believe that I am mentoring you and it's just one part of you that is my concern. You know, I know. No. You cannot tell me that in me. You cannot tell me. You cannot tell me that, okay, Antiola is this person, she's a teen coach, so I want to work in that. And one day they will now call me that this your daughter is like this in this area that we have not talked about. I will ask you questions based on those things. So the point is, for young people, as you're seeking, going into a relationship, role model is important. And the boys, the girls should know who this person is looking up to, because it will help tomorrow to know how the person will be and who the person will become. Do you know that in role modeling, we are looking at inspiration, we are looking at motivation, we are looking at encouragement, we are looking at, there are a lot of things in it.
Character.
Yes, we are looking at character, all of those things. So you will now point at me and say, I'm the one you're looking up to, then your character. So what are you actually getting from me? So my character should help you. So back to what we talked about in the results thing. So if I know as an adult that my character should help the people that are looking up to me, these result people too should have it in their head that someday the other people look up to them with the character help. When you get to that place, with the character help.
So, we are not, let me take it another way. We are not, we live in a society or a family, a system where a lot of persons play a role in the upbringing of children. So, what role does extended family members like grandparents, aunts, uncles have in the shaping of the behaviors of children?
Like I said, remember I said
role model.
Yes, we said values and morals are inheritances, So this grandpa, grandma thing, and uncle. Me, I love family relationship, as in extended family relationship, I appreciate it. I like it. I believe that I believe in community parenting. Let me put it that way, in the sense that there is nothing wrong for me to make referral to. I can call uncle, call somebody and say, see this person like this. So I cannot do it alone. So it's a beautiful thing. Whether we like it or not, our children should be able to have uncles, aunties they look up to. Now, genuinely responsible, reasonable, like I will always say, reasonable adults, reasonable adults that they can look up to. This, you as an adult, you know that this person is reasonable enough for my child to get some things out of this person. So make reference, one. Then you that is uncle, auntie, also know that your nieces and nephews are looking up to you. Grandpa, grandma. It's a beautiful thing. So I will not give all. In short, I don't even have all to give. Let me put it that way. I don't even have all to give. My elder sister is here. My elder brother is there. So I can actually tell them, see, this person is behaving like this, is doing like this, so, and like that. And they will just call the person to order. Do you know that sometimes the respect they have for this, your elder brother, hey, the respect they have for this, your elder brother, like, hey, mommy's elder brother, and that thing. So, hey, Big Daddy called me, and look at what he said. He said this, he said that. Keeps them on track. It helps. So, extended family members to be role models is a beautiful thing. Again, to these young ones. And to ourselves, it boils down to friendship and all of that. So it's a beautiful thing for us to also see.
So when the parents have because now, so the two persons come together and decide to, you talked about checking the vision, they check, and this is how they want to go. The extended family members may not. There may be an uncle, there may be an auntie that is not in that
line.
So there are certain things that a parent may say doesn't happen here.
I agree.
But there's an uncle that says it doesn't matter.
Yes.
How do
we always have this kind of cases? This thing just mentioned, always have this kind of cases. Now the point is, I will tell young people that you should not start proving your points with troublesome attitude, characteristics that are not characters that or attitude that are not encouraging. Don't start showing it like that. You may be right, very correct. Now you can call them old school, you can call them old school and all of that. You may be right, but the point is your approach towards it. Then you also try and give them time. Do you know that when you start, it will get to the point where they will come to believe in that thing. Well, it may not just happen just a day like that. I have a situation where it's even happening. Mommy has an issue with background thing, then this person does not mind, that kind of thing. And they called me, they spoke with me, and I also don't mind. So you see that thing now. Well, but what I told them was that just stay. What did she ask you to do? Do that thing that mommy asked you to do, then stay. Allow this time to pass. Everybody, you get to the point where they will now come ahead, that's it, Alpha. They are washing. The point is, if you force it, if you enforce it, you may not, you may spoil it. That is one. Nobody is asking me, nobody is asking any young person to live up their vision and their purposes for older people. Nobody is saying that. But listen. Sometimes, like we say, what they are seeing, you are not seeing.
Yeah.
So just be patient. Again, patient.
No. So let me take it to also now the family. So this is the parents. They are positive role models to their children. But they know that they have brothers and sisters
that will press.
That if no be say you be my brother, I not even talk to you. How do they manage that? Because their children would have to come in contact. This
thing you are saying now
with those people.
Sibling rivalry. This thing is entering sibling rivalry, and it's an issue. It's serious not.
Because as the parent, you are able to manage your brother. You're able to manage your sister.
So them,
your children. So what's the contacts? The access now would they have with your children? What do you think?
I will advise that what I've noticed is like in this way. I don't know whether it happens in another part of the world, but this our side, you always see one very funny uncle, one very funny auntie. You always get them around. Me, I used to tell my children that don't react. Don't react based on the person's action. Learn it. That is learn to live with the person. So when you have that kind of uncle or have that kind of auntie and you want to help the younger ones to be able to live, because they are there, they're part of the family, they always meet them, they will shout, they will say no. Learn it in the sense that accommodate the person. Talking about the very difficult ones, learn to accommodate, because you can't always push the person away.
Okay, so when you have a sister that says, I don't believe in God.
Hey, I have a sister that don't believe in God. I will not argue with you now.
And your children goes to stay with the person, and you brought the person. So would I let the children stay with the person holidays, and you know that because of the traditions, if your children would wake up and pray before they start their day, would you allow?
We will agree before my children will go there. If I have a sister that does not believe in God, yes, and I want to send my children to your house, and I know you don't believe in God, we will agree that you will allow them pray. If you will not allow them pray, on a serious note, they will not come. I will say it. They won't. I talked about family constitution now. They will not come. Do you know what influence does? Your children will stay there and get to the point where they will come back home and ask, Mommy, this prayer thing is what now? But you already know that you want to you are trying to mold them to become something. You will not go as, my sisters, if you are hearing this one, they will not come to your house. They will not come now, because they will wake up and pray. Except so we will have to agree. We my children pray when they want to pray in the morning, not to pray to disturb you, not to pray to not to scatter anything, but that's to them to pray. I believe that if I have that kind of sister, she will allow my children to. If I have that kind of, I don't have. I don't have. I don't have. If I have that kind of sister that does not believe in God and wants my children, that means you even love me to even want my children to come to your house in the first place. So what it simply means, you already know who I am. You already know who I am. So we would agree. So they will pray. You allow them pray. Okay, I allow them pray. No, you are even a good person. You just I don't believe in God. But we have people that believe in God that will not want children to come around them now. Let's not go there.
Let's not go there. So now talking of role models in society and other, how does it? What role can schools or extracurricular programs?
Activities.
So because some of these programs are not done by schools, but what role does schools or these organizations that provide extracurricular programs, what role can they play in connecting children with positive, responsible, positive role models? What role can they play?
Hey God, my boys, they play basketball. My laptop, they have their own model. My own laptop, not their laptop, but my laptop, they have their own model.
Of the basketball.
Of the basketballer. Then they now, I don't know how they did one image with the jersey. Now wrote their son on it. So the point is, I already know that this person is their role model. Now, I will advise that aside academics, children are gifted, young people are gifted. Schools should also help in the sense that to bring them to that place where they can, these things that they have flares for, they can do those things aside academics. You know that you're telling them not to learn academically aside academics. So I do that. I like it. I like extracurricular activities. Let them know, let them learn it. You know, so schools can do that. Now, why helping them to become these things forming a club, doing this and all of that, you will see that you start picking people that have worked that part, that have become those things. Point the students to those people. This one is even fine. They are looking up to you as their role model, as their teacher first. Then the teacher is helping them to see another role model. So it's fine. It's a beautiful thing.
So it becomes like a connection.
Yeah, it's a connection. So they grow and are like, okay, this person. They will go to sports complex and they have a coach. So that's their coach in sports complex is also a role model to them. But I know where they are looking at.
Yeah.
That person that they picked his jersey, I wrote their name and they said, they are looking up to. But the point is, it's a process. So one role model connecting these young people to another because of that thing that they want to become. It's a beautiful thing. Schools should help. Now, we should not just enforce academics alone and leave it there. There are more to children than the academics.
So beyond schools, parents should also explore these extracurricular programs activities to allow their children connect with this person.
When we went for Agami First Camp meeting, the twins, they want chess now. And that is not even what they are doing now because they started like that before. They were going to spark up. This Deborah quick pen with them. They played. At the point, they now stopped.
Yeah.
So do you know that? They won. They did by SAT 1 and by SAT 2. One of them won by SAT 1. One of them won by SAT 2. Somebody came and started looking for me. I'm suspecting these children are Angela's children. I'm suspecting Angela. Angela, how are you doing it? I said, am I doing
what?
I'm doing what exactly? So they want. So an adult came and said he wanted to play with them. It's a good thing. I like it. It makes them meet people. I did not go to the field once. I did not go to where the sports activities were taken. I did not go there. But they went there, played with other states. So we should encourage it.
Okay, so
sorry, let me say something. My former station, I don't know what they call these people with this. That's kind of fit that is kind of, and there is a name for it. This student, and he's not even, I would say, academically intelligent. We had inter-sports. This guy threw javelin. The measurement tape finished an half. You won't believe it. That is measurement tape finished. This guy, that his leg is not even good. Hey, that day, I almost cried. I said, so you see how we just focus on one thing and one aspect of this person's life, and yes, I limit the person there.
Limit the potentials of the person.
So we can't use one to judge all.
Yeah,
we can't. There are more. And so we should just allow them explore, encourage them, and to explore.
Yeah. So, as we are bringing our conversation to a close, we live in times where something you said before, values and we live in times and morals. We live in times where the values of a lot of persons are warped, wrong values, a lot of things they have picked that are even now seem to force as in, like you say, new normal or thing. It's important that in this time of days that children should be, or young persons should be encouraged to find role models that, and that's why that values it. But in case they didn't grow up in a home, and
yes, we know they are there.
How is it important that they find role models that reflect the cultural, traditional, and gender identity, the one that we know, people that hold those values? It's just good to stick with those kind of role models. Just take anybody because the person is making waves.
No, you're not taking anybody. In church, during leadership seminar, one Sunday, they asked me to speak on practical steps in mentoring young people. And this scripture that says, Timothy, that the grace that was in your grandmother, that I saw in your grandmother, that was also in your mother Eunice, is now your grandmother Louise, your mother Eunice is also now in you. That is Timothy. I asked the church a question. What about the children that don't have Louise as grandmother?
I know Eunice too.
No Eunice too. They came on their own. What about those ones? Everybody was quiet. Whether we like it or not, we have them. So, again, to the adults that are there, we should know there are people that there are home. It's not because their parents are dead.
Yeah.
It's not because parents are, there are homes that you cannot write anything with all due respect. They cannot offer anything. They're even the ones who push these young ones to prostitution, to these pressing things and all of those. The parents will encourage them to. So, and this person is coming, I want to live that life. I want to let go that part. I want to learn.
I want to learn something new, something better.
Something better. This person coming to us, we should not now add, we should help, not add to it. We should not in our head assume that this already done that side before. No. Let's try and see how we can help. Now, we are not helping this person alone. If he becomes it's going to, like we are saying transactional, it's also going to help other people. He will even say his story. I came from this kind of background, but I met this person, and this is what this person, now, bro, look at what because I met this person. Role modeling is fine. No, role modeling or mentoring is a beautiful thing. We should know how to manage it and how to go about it. So when we say we go on social media to pick the ones we want and all of that, this person making name, this person doing this, remember that you are not, if you're a young person, you're not going to remain young forever. I asked a question. I talked on peer pressure in one church. They did teenagers hangout in a church. So I asked a question. Can you, as you're seated there, the guys, can you allow your son to become this person that you are now when you become a father? I'm not asking you to answer it loudly for everybody to hear, but in your heart, can you? If you can't, start correcting the things you need to correct now. Because whether they follow the people, these results people and all of that, a time will come that you will get older and you want to settle down.
And you will not want your children to give you trouble.
Yes, and you will not want them to. You will not even say you were that thing.
Yeah.
You can't tell them.
Things you cannot even now open your mouth.
You can say, even when you go and claim that you used to take first, like we used to say. You know the truth. So for the young ones, start adjusting. Look out for the ones that will help you. You said we have good adults there that are not in that social media sphere and all of that. Please, if you are a good adult and you know that young people around you need the help, please be the role model. Don't run away from them. That's my advice too. We should help.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for that. So, there are so many things you've said. I will just wrap up with two. That one, we should understand that, and if in case we've not thought about it, that as far as cars are good, houses are good, all of monies and all are good, we should understand that morals and values can become inheritances that we can hand over to our children. Yes. Then the second one which is that question, we've said it, but you should also sit and think, even as you're watching this, who you are now, and this is your present age. When your child is at that age, would you like them to be who you are now? Would you like them to be who you are now, who you are currently? Is that who the kind of person you want them to be? If they are that kind of person, how would you feel? Just think about it. This has been our show on VitalSpace podcast, and we know it has been a lot and lots of lessons. Thank you for hanging out with us. See you next time.